Yo! Captain Andrew Luck is joining us on the show today.
At your service.
Welcome to the Freshfield podcast number 3.
Oh, I am glad to be here.
We are going to... Captain Andrew Luck, please introduce yourself at this time.
Hello, I am the captain of the Colts Army, and we are going to trudge into Kansas City, which I hear is in Missouri for some reason. We are going to trudge there and destroy Captain Mahomes and his battalion of cowards.
Captain Mahomes!
Okay, is that going to last the entire show, Lincoln?
Yes, of course it will.
But you're not Captain Andrew Luck. Emerson, I'm sorry, I don't know who Emerson
I'm General Longstreet.
Who is this Emerson you speak of?
He seems like a weaker version
I
of Captain
literally
Andrew
just
Luck.
got lightheaded from talking like that. All right. So, Captain, explain
Captain,
to us.
my captain.
Oh, Captain!
My Captain. We're
All right,
saluting also.
Captain Luck,
Home was after
please
me.
explain to us where you came up with the costume or where you got the costume from. The idea.
Really just the Twitter account. It has like a couple 100,000 followers, and it's a parody account
It's
of
so funny.
Andrew Luck, and it relates it to modern times and the past, like in Civil War times.
It's based on that picture. There's like a picture
Yeah.
of him with like a
Yeah.
really big beard, and it was like,
Yeah.
it's like a Civil War
Yeah,
guy.
and somebody like
and-
photoshopped it, like him in.
Where'd you get the
old
outfit
costume.
though? Like, did you make it or like Party City?
I use iron-on for like the Colts logo and stuff.
it
but I
looks
bought
like it came like
online.
that. It looks good.
Go ahead and
good
stand
quality.
up and show it to the camera.
Yeah,
know
we
what?
are recording.
We have a camera.
We can
right
make a
there.
Freshfield
Isn't that
Civil War
hot?
Colts thing.
Very sexy.
He has squirrel oil.
Squirrel oil.
As my chemistry teacher said,
There's not a microphone over there.
Go into the microphone and say this.
as I interviewed my chemistry teacher, and he says that it has magical powers. So,
All right.
and I think I can. Throw the
Emerson,
football really
do you
far.
have your
Who's,
phone on?
Who's Emerson?
Captain Andrew
Now,
Luck.
there is a student who goes here named
the
Emerson
captain.
Bostock who looks a lot like Captain Andrew
Yeah,
Luck,
but
it's not
Captain
actually
Luck,
Emerson.
would you mind? Do you have your phone on you right now?
Whoa,
wait, they did
there are
not-
no phones
they
in
did
the
not have-
Civil War.
Do you have your recent
I have
technological
this rectangle on me right now.
the rectangle? Can you, on the rectangle, look up some of the tweets from the Captain Luck?
On the
Twitter.
rectangle.
You gotta read them in. You gotta read them in your natural, normal voice, Captain
Yes.
Luck.
That's true.
I will do
All
that
right.
with pleasure.
And
All right.
also
here's one.
joining us, hold on a moment. Also joining us is Evan Rink. Evan, say hello into the microphone.
Hello.
And Evan, do you follow football, NFL football?
Yes.
All right. What team are you a fan of?
Number 1 is the Lions, and then number
Sorry
2,
about that.
Amen.
Patriots.
Are you kidding me? Get out.
I'm not kidding.
Get out.
I will not-
Captain
There is
Luck.
nothing I hate worse than the feeble Patriots. I hate them.
All right, Captain Luck, can you read to us some of the tweets from the Twitter
All right.
account?
Here's my first ledger to my mother. Dearest mother, I have received your care package of braised pigeon shins and fresh squirrel oil. By way of chief trickery, the unit lost a day's travel after reaching Lawrence, only to discover Kansas City is actually in Missouri. No bother. Our focus remains unfazed. Andrew.
Thank you, Captain. Can you read one more, please, just
Yes,
so
that
we
was-
can get the
that
full
was the
essence of the
latest letter.
character?
Where is this? Dearest mother, our victory frolicking has ceased. We must now begin our march to Kansas City to battle a unit of such great stature. Every member has been granted the title of chief. Our path has been long and winding, but I have never seen the men's winding. Sorry, I can't
Winding.
even read my own handwriting.
It's okay.
But I've never seen the men's spirits higher. Andrew.
We have a new visitor.
Excuse me. We have a new visitor named Zachary Davis, and he is wearing a Chiefs sweatshirt. Captain
wow, the
Luck.
Chiefs, the mighty
I hate
Chiefs
the
of Kansas City.
I just said it.
We all
I
hate
can't
the
believe-
Chiefs.
It should be Chiefs. Knives, Chiefs. Right? I'm an English teacher. Also, the passive
Either
bike
way, they're
is
still
boke.
stupid.
Bike is not a verb.
So,
Wait, yes, it is.
Zach, who's going to win the big game this weekend?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
Yes, into the
Zachary
microphone.
Davis,
Microphone.
speak
Have
into Coach
Yeah, you can talk
Wachtel's
into mine.
microphone.
Why would you let him speak?
Kansas City by 14.
14?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that's like what we
42
just
to
did to the
28 final
Texans
score.
last
Colts
week?
by 7.
No.
Colts
Colts-
by 7. The Chiefs defense.
Colts by
stinks.
less than
Chiefs
7.
defense is not very good. How do you feel about that?
Andrew Luck shall carve them up.
I feel okay because we score almost every possession, so it's not that big of a deal.
I
We have an
disagree.
MVP quarterback.
It's all on
Kareem
his
Hunt kicked
shoulders,
away
though,
your
and it's only
chances
his
of winning.
first starting.
Do you guys remember the Seahawks-Broncos Super Bowl? And the Seahawks won
the-
because of their
that was a good one.
defense? I mean, I know it's like a dad thing to say, but defense wins championships, literally. Like,
Tim
I never said the
agrees.
Col- I never said the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl. I said they're going to beat the Colts.
Uh,
so.
well, this
Colts are
game
not a
is
Super Bowl team.
close enough to a championship.
It's really not at all.
The Patriots will not win it all.
I mean, do you really win a championship
General-
unless you can win the divisional
General
round? So-
Belichick and Captain Brady will fail.
Yeah, probably because they had a good defense. I'm just saying, the phrase "defense wins championships" is not only true, but it also applies to the divisional rounds.
You're right, but they aren't as competitive. It's not the two best teams in NFL football. It's just
Doesn't matter.
it
Defense
does matter,
wins.
though.
All right, new saying: not defense wins championship, just defense wins, because it does.
Then why the Chiefs have so many wins the regular season?
Well, because of Kareem Hunt. And now that he's gone, they're
He's not-
shaky.
Patrick Mahomes is the MVP. He threw 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. Not Kareem Hunt.
No, but Kareem Hunt also helps.
Lock up
Having
Kareem.
a run game is so important because it takes the
Our run game's not.
What
abys-
about the dude?
It's
who
not
takes
the weights off
abysmal.
the shoulders.
The Damon Williams guy, he's good.
The run game.
he's-
Our run
he's
game is
okay.
not abysmal. It's just like average now.
No, it's true. Like, if the Chiefs don't have a run game, then passing won't be near as effective because of the play actions and.
No,
It's
we're-
not that
the
we
Chiefs-
have-
Deception.
The Colts defense will they'll stay back and they're gonna double team like Tyreek Hill.
It's
So
not
he's gonna
like
have
the
to-
Chiefs have like a high school running back. He's still okay. He's just, not Kareem Hunt obviously, but he's not terrible.
Zach, who are the Chiefs' best receivers besides Tyreek Hill?
Sammy Watkins.
That's pretty good.
Samuel Watkins
he's
is
pretty
good.
Yeah, anyone else?
And then there's
Gonna take more than two receivers to win a game.
Travis
Kelsey's
Kelce,
like the best tight
the
end.
best tight end in the NFL.
Him and
That's
Travis.
true.
Yes, he is.
Eric Ebron.
Gronk. Eric Ebron
No,
is
it's
not that
definitely-
good.
It's either him
No,
or George Kittle.
definitely
you know,
Kelsey.
Eric Ebron is just like
He's so amazing.
just runs routes and then is wide open and can barely catch,
Well,
but
that's
he
the-
Us
catches.
Lions fans
touchdowns.
can't stand Eric Ebron. He sabotaged just 4 years of nothingness and drop passes.
And this year he had more touchdowns than he did all 4 years combined.
Ooh.
What are you doing right now, Emerson?
Who's Emerson?
I mean,
That's Emerson.
officer.
Officer?
No, it is Captain.
General.
Not general. Generally is the only general that deserves the title of general.
Is that like sticky?
It's spirit gum.
You know, generally was a Confederate. General, right?
What?
You know, Robert Lee was the Confederate general.
Yeah, and he's the greatest general of all time.
What are you, Confederate? Ulysses S. Grant.
What about
So I think we just learned that Lincoln Strong.
Is a bad person.
Is a Confederate.
No,
No,
he's not really. But
I am a
I would
large-
like to say that although he
Southern
was a
boy.
brilliant military mind, he was on the losing team. So
That's because
Correct.
that's because he couldn't fight against his family members. He was offered a job as the Union general first.
well, yeah, he is because he's from Virginia and Virginia.
yes, he.
Confederate.
So I
That
mean,
was his biggest mistake. choosing
That
to
is one of the
stay
things. That is one of the things that a lot of people don't remember about him is that he obviously decided to fight with the Confederates, but it's mostly about the state stuff.
yeah.
The fact that he was from Virginia.
And he-
but still, like, come on, man. Ulysses S.
Come on,
Grant.
man.
Let's go, dog.
I'm
General
on your
Grant.
side, Lincoln.
General Ulysses S. Grant. All right.
Probably nobody.
So how about I have a new question for you guys. Speaking
Oh,
of the
can't
NFL,
wait for this one. Hit us with some strong.
How about-
opinions.
Good one.
the MVP race.
It's Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick
It's not even
Mahomes,
a
no
race.
debate.
Yeah,
If you don't think it's
Brees
Patrick
isn't even
Mahomes,
close.
you just
There's
don't
no
want to
race.
give it to
There's
him.
no race. I will say, Andrew Luck should be in the top 3.
Yeah,
So-
he's definitely in the top 3. But
I say
No,
Todd
he
Gurley's
should be
too
cl-
slept
Patrick
on.
Mahomes should be unanimous selection. It's
no,
no
I know,
question.
but I
Number 2 should be Breeze. Number 3 should be Luck.
How about
Or Todd Gurley.
And number 5, Nick Foles.
Do you think Andrew Luck is
Facts.
gonna win Comeback Player of the Year?
Oh,
No doubt.
I think he probably
All right.
will.
Do you think Frank Reich will win Coach
no,
of the Year?
No.
he will not.
All right. How about Coach of the Year?
I'm
Let's
not
talk
saying
about
he
Coach of the Year.
shouldn't, but it'll be Nagy from the Bears, I bet.
But they lost. Like,
Here's the difference. Here's the thing. Reich did a really good job, but a lot of people think, okay, well, it's because Luck came back. Now, is that fair? I mean, yeah, partially, because Luck is very good, obviously. But, like, I guess the Bears had Khalil Mack, so that doesn't really make any sense. I don't know why it should be Nagy. I've just heard a lot of people say it should be Matt Nagy.
I
John
think
I think
Gruden.
Reich should be at least in the top 3, personally.
John Gruden.
Just because it's Andrew Luck.
Not John
No one
Gruden.
cares.
What?
John Gruden, most
Pete Carroll.
influential player in the
Everyone has seen
person.
what a
in the
quarterback
NFL.
can do to a team. Look at Baker Mayfield, who's a rookie quarterback for the Browns. He turned that organization around. That wasn't the
Dylan
coaches
Daniels.
that did that.
Yeah, but I think
I want to say one thing about Baker Mayfield really quickly, and this is very important.
He's
Can you
feeling
actually hear me?
dangerous.
This microphone's getting all moved around. Okay.
yeah, I can hear
It
you.
can definitely hear you.
Baker Mayfield, when he was a walk-on true freshman at Texas Tech University, I did a podcast with one of my friends. I was for IU SportCom when we were in college, and we found out that there was this dude who was a walk-on true freshman who started his first game and threw for like 450 yards. And we were like, hey, Baker Mayfield, that's a cool name. So every week that year, we did a Baker Mayfield update because we both love Baker Mayfield so much. We followed him literally from the first time he ever played college football to now. So I would like to say that Baker Mayfield is good because my friend and I did a podcast about him.
That's the only
Obviously,
reason he's
and
good.
And we're on a
Correlation
podcast
there.
right now.
Obviously, correlation right there.
All right, do we have any bold predictions to make that could make us famous in a couple years? Like the
Baker Mayfield
Baker
wins
Mayfield?
5 Super Bowls in the next 4 years.
That's not. No. Kai?
I don't even know who that is.
Tim
He's
Tebow
gonna-
leads his team
he's
to a
gonna do
World
good at the
Series.
end.
After Patrick Mahomes breaks his shoulder in a rough sack, Baker Mayfield will win MVP 2 seasons in a row.
That sack is going to be done by
Darius
Darius
Leonard,
Leonard
yeah,
in this
Guys,
game
we have
on
special
Saturday.
news. Captain Andrew Luck is now eating raw chicken.
It's
He's
not.
eating
That
raw
he has
chicken.
just found.
Yes, I am. I'm tough.
He's eating.
He's very tough.
He says he's tough.
Do the voice.
ASMR, please.
Yes, I killed this chicken in about 3 seconds, and
That
I'm
does
eating
sound
it
really
right
good,
now.
though.
I'm
Where'd you
eating
get
it.
that? Is there a place in here?
Yeah,
Right
Phil,
next to it.
famous
I know
Phil's
I thought
Cafe.
there's like coffee and stuff. There's food
no,
too.
it's
Yeah,
The
there's
Woods.
Oh.
It's called the Woods.
Learning something new every day.
Chickens don't live in the woods.
Unless
true.
they're free-range chickens.
Give us a little bite, Kai says as he shoves the microphone in Captain Andrew Luck's face.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Podcast regarding. Is this like a
Nothing.
Ew.
They're like an entrepreneur.
All right, let's talk about Coach of the Year. Seriously.
Me.
But,
Are you talking about middle school track and field? 'Cause
no,
it's me.
I'm not talking.
Caramel.
Assistant middle school
NFL.
cross country coach. Of the
I
year?
don't think Matt Nagy. Like I
He's
think.
up for it. He should be
well,
considered at least.
Allow me to say something.
No.
I think
No,
that.
blah, 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 blah.
Thanks, Coach Josh.
Don't call
So-
me that. Don't call
So
me
I think. I think this playoff game that the Bears lost tragically. It's actually hilarious, but
Well, it's not going to affect
I
the coach of the year vote.
I
'cause
think
that's
it will.
over already.
If the
no,
Colts.
the voting has happened
so-
already.
I think. Has it? Do the playoffs not affect the coach of the?
No, the voting is
No,
in
not at
already.
all.
All the votes are in. They
It's
don't do
regular
it-
season
it's regular
awards.
season
I'm
awards.
sorry, my father was.
No, it's okay,
incorrect.
but I mean, you have a good point. Well, the award. Who cares about the award? Who's the best coach in the NFL this year?
I think the best coach of the year.
It's obviously Andy Reid. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
If
No, actually, it's definitely John Gruden.
Most influential man in the NFL, John Gruden.
I
They
think.
also beat the Steelers. So.
And Colin Kaepernick is a close second. Most influential
I think
man
if the
in
Colts
NFL.
win the Super
Who's
Bowl,
first?
John Gruden. He made 2 playoff teams from scratch.
Well, he's a good
John
coach.
Gruden literally only won the Super Bowl because A, Tony Dungy, and B, because the Raiders didn't change their audibles that he came up with.
He made the Cowboys and Bears playoff teams. That is
John
influence.
Gruden?
Who the heck are you talking about?
Oh, the
boy?
Raiders guy.
John Gruden is the coach of the Raiders right now.
He made them both playoff teams with his trades.
Oh, I got you, because he traded Khalil
Oh,
Mack.
yeah.
to
He
the
created
Bears.
he created 2
He's
playoff
executive
teams.
of the year, maybe. Yeah, okay, I got you.
And
No.
then second most influential, Colin Kaepernick.
What was the other one? How do you make 2 teams?
He won the Super
He
Bowl.
made the Bears and Cowboys playoff teams.
Oh, Amari
From
Cooper.
nothing.
Okay,
He's
well,
not even a good coach.
He
Like
turned around
they're
2
they're stuck
seasons.
with him for 10 years for $100 million. And
Just
the only
fire-sale everyone.
the only reason why he won his Super Bowl with the Buccaneers is because he won it with Tony Dungy's team.
But also, it was a quarterback for the Buccaneers, had like 3 picks that nobody has ever heard of, literally because the Raiders did not change their signs or their audibles. So they would make audibles, and then Gruden would tell his defense, like, hey, they're going to do this now, and then they just intercepted it. Like
That's
that
so
happened.
funny.
I know, isn't that crazy? Like, how could you not do that? Even if you're a head coach, change the audibles, but especially if you're coaching against the guy who used to coach a team. It's crazy to me. I'm sorry. I don't like John Gruden.
I think if the Colts win the Super Bowl, then
Kai broke the microphone.
that
again,
is
everybody.
evidence of Frank Reich as the best coach of this year because the Bears lose first round and the Colts win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can just say that. I mean, okay, that's fine.
I mean,
but
there a lot of
if we're
things
saying
have
who
to
the
happen
best
to
coach
make
in the
Colts.
NFL is, it's Bill Belichick. But
Did the coach of the Bears kick that field goal that missed?
No, but he.
You can't blame that on him though.
their defense is okay. Their offense is really good. They didn't play.
It's a regular season
I guess
award.
it comes
Micah.
down to whose fault is it that they still have that kicker on their team. Like
the GM, not him.
Okay, let's relax for a second.
GM
there.
of the
No,
Bears
no.
is
We
the-
need to. I'm not a Bears fan. I don't care about Cody Parkey. But first of all, there was a 42-yard field goal. Secondly, it got blocked. Thirdly, he made like 3 field goals in the game. The only reason they were in that game was because of him. And I'm sure if Robbie were here, because he's a Bears fan, he would say it's the offense's fault they didn't win that game, not Cody Parkey. He's the easy guy to blame.
because rookie
But-
quarterbacks and young quarterbacks
It's
do
not
bad
even.
in
It's
the
not
playoffs.
even that. It's just that they didn't play very well. I didn't watch the game. What'd you say?
Yeah, he has the second most missed field goals in the NFL.
Okay, but I'm talking
They
about
had a
that
game
game
where he missed
specifically.
4.
I'm talking about that field goal that game specifically. Like he put him in the game, and he wasn't great. He might lose his job, and maybe he should. I don't know. But that kick was not his fault. I don't think personally.
Well, yeah, it was
Also a double dunk. Also, I said for years, you should get more points for hitting the upright. It's harder to do. It's a bigger
Well,
risk.
nobody's gonna try to do that.
Okay, but if you're down by 4 at the end of the game, you sure
always
will.
on accident. So
If it's
why would
unintentional,
It, yeah,
then-
it's
But
always on accident.
okay, but
Always.
still get an extra point. Okay.
If I
I also think you should get a point if you kick the kickoff through the uprights.
Yeah,
I
I
think you
think
get a point.
that'd be
Oh,
cool.
yeah, that'd be
But-
Also,
cool.
I
Like
think
at
you
least
get
1
extra
point.
points for hitting the backboard on a 3-point shot, and then it going in. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's the same thing.
yeah. No, it's not because the backboard's way bigger than the hoop.
So,
No, I do
I'm saying that
agree.
the upright is so small that if you aim for it and hit it, you should get extra points.
but nobody's
I don't
gonna
really
do
think
that.
this, by the way. I just think it'd be really fun.
If I
they
was a
did that.
coach,
You know
and-
what they
Also,
should do?
4-point
Hold on,
shot,
Field
hold
goal
on,
kickoffs.
hold on.
I agree with that.
Behind
You know
the
they have
half-court line.
free kick shootouts, field goal kickoffs at the end of a game.
I think that's what they instead of the
Instead of
overtime
ties.
rules as okay. So like overtime
Kickers would
rules.
be so valued.
First of all, the overtime rules in the NFL. Can we all agree? And it's okay if you
Stupid.
disagree. College overtime is much better than NFL
Yes.
No,
overtime.
it's not.
Where you
Yes, it
start-
is.
Where do you,
You start
Start at,
NFL
like the
should
NFL
do it, but at
overtime
the
is
50.
doesn't make any sense.
It
Even
doesn't.
as college.
yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
No, because you can get the ball first, score a touchdown, it's over. It's stupid.
Yeah, that's awful. That's so dumb. Too.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
NFL rules.
I really think they should more like
I don't like either.
any other sports overtime.
They got a time limit.
Both NFL and college should just play like a 10-minute quarter.
College
and whoever
one's so
has the
fun,
most
though.
points at the
College
end of the
is
quarter.
so exciting. How
Like,
can you not love college?
I think the
overtime?
NFL should
It's
try.
exciting,
They
but
should
like
try the college route, but do it at the 50 instead of like the 25 or 30.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
Well,
whoever
like high school, they start at the
loses
15,
the
I
coin
think, and then
toss
college they
stands
start
no
at the
chance.
25. I want to say I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they do. So, because then even if you don't get a yard, you still have a chance to score if your kicker is good. I like it, and I don't like
I don't
you
think
guys
any
disagreeing.
professional sport should be able to end in a tie. I think that's.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I
that's
think
so
soccer
dumb.
soccer
I
is
think
fine
soccer's a little
because
Soccer's
with the
just a
points-
weird sport.
Well, no, it's because they do it's like you win, you get 3 points. You tie, you get 1 point.
Yeah.
You lose, you get 0. That makes sense. But in the NFL, makes no sense because all it does is throw stuff off. Like the Steelers tying, threw a lot of it didn't make any sense. For them to do that, and it affected stuff.
You just say that 'cause
Overtime
you're a
in
Steelers
soccer
fan.
too is a lot more exciting because you only ever get overtimes if it's like in a championship
Yeah,
or something.
I agree with that.
And then
Penalty
so that's
kicks
when it
is
gets
so
a lot
fun.
more.
Well, penalty kicks are
Field
fun.
goal
The way the
kickoffs.
overtimes work is that it's 2 20-minute periods, right? Am I
I
right?
think it's 2:15.
It might be 2:15, but you play both of them. So if you score in the first 3 minutes, great. You have to hold on to it for the rest of the game. I
That's
think
how the NFL should be. Play a 10-minute quarter.
Yeah, I'm okay
like,
with that.
I don't.
Too long. 10
No,
minutes is
I
not
don't
enough.
like that if a team loses the
What do you
coin
mean 10
toss.
minutes is not enough time. You can score in 10
No, it's
minutes.
too long.
Oh, too long.
He said not enough.
Well, but
No, I said too long. He said not enough.
but you see, but you could have an 8-minute drive,
Exactly, that's
and
what
then boom, you gotta go
Oh, yeah,
quick.
I guess
But
you
if it's
could-
5 minutes, you could just drive down and it's
You
over,
just have a
right?
good running back who can keep the ball.
Yeah.
And that's all you do.
Field
I-
goal kickoffs after overtime. If it's a tie at the end of an NFL overtime,
They should
bring
do
in a
something.
field goal kickoff.
They just
They should either
that'd be
they should
so
either
lit.
move to the soccer standing system where you get points for a win and all that stuff, or they should get rid of ties because it just doesn't make.
I think we should get rid of.
I think ties.
I don't see why.
Because ties in soccer can be a great if you're down 2-0 and you come back and you score 2 goals, that's awesome. You didn't win, but that's
Say no.
yeah.
You
that's
still
what you
gain
said.
points, and points is just what you
to
need.
love.
To love.
So is there a reason? What's the reason why they don't just play a short quarter at the end of the NFL game?
I don't know, honestly. I have no idea. I don't have an answer for you.
I don't think
It's all Roger Goodell's fault.
Roger
I
Goodell
don't
did not.
like him.
Actually, he changed it.
Adam Silver.
No, it's David Stern's fault. He changed
Adam
it for basketball,
Silver
did
is
it.
so funny.
for basketball reasons. No, it was weird because it used to be the NFL rules used to be where if you went down and kicked a field goal, you won. Like I thought that was the worst. Basically, whoever got the ball first,
I know.
won.
Whoever loses the coin toss loses. Pretty
Yeah, there's a
much.
coin toss, but like that's like just go out there and have a coin toss.
Yeah, so
whoever
I
calls
think-
it, you win. I mean,
It's like
If
overtime
one-
is decided by a coin flip.
Yeah,
much.
Like,
seriously.
except
like,
for that Seahawks Packers game where Matt Hasselbeck said, "We want the ball, we're gonna score," and they threw a pick six in like the second pass. That was hilarious. That was in the playoffs like 10 years ago. Matt Hasselbeck.
He's awesome.
He's a good quarterback.
He's a
solid.
good backup.
Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls. He's
I know.
not very good. So
Who, Eli Manning?
yeah, he'd be the worst quarterback.
Yeah, he wasn't
in the,
that.
in the
Same
Hall
as
of Fame.
Flacco wasn't that good.
Joe
He's, like,
Flacco was
silent
not
right
very
now.
good.
None of them are talking to him.
Eli Manning will be the worst player in the Hall of Fame.
Say that again.
Eli Manning will be the worst football player in the Hall of Fame.
It's
Ooh.
funny.
He just
Coach
Okay,
broke
so
the
mic.
somehow the microphone fell out. I'm
Josh
just holding my
Wachtel broke the
in my hand.
microphone.
Stop calling me that.
It's
I don't
on
even know-
You
video.
would think I'd be the
evidence.
one
How
to
do you
break
set
it.
this up?
I don't know, Mike.
You just do it.
Maker.
You stick.
Oh, it goes there.
No, it's the
Oh.
other way. It's up. Yeah.
Kai's broken so many of these that he is.
An expert.
He's an expert in it. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold this. I don't. Oh,
This
we
is
were
where
talking
I
about
do my
talking
logo.
about Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the last episode, and you mentioned that you think Eli Manning would be the worst Hall of Fame quarterback. Do you think he is a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's what we said earlier, but I thought it was funny that he's either like one of the best in the league or just garbage. Like it's so weird.
You know what I think? I really don't like how much weight people give to quarterbacks winning Super Bowls. Like the rest of the team can carry the quarterback and they can win a Super
what
Bowl.
happened
And
to
I'm going to
Trent
Disneyland.
his defense carried him. That's why he won. Even Pan.
can you turn the
Manning in Super Bowl
microphone toward
50.
him so he can say that
I'm
in
trying
the
to set it back.
What are you doing now
Zach
that you?
said
Mr.
his
Josh
defense
Wachtel is a
carried
microphone
him.
hog.
about Eli
I'm
Manning.
literally trying to fix it. I think I did an okay job.
Have
Yeah,
they
he did.
stopped doing the thing where when they win Super Bowls, they say that they're going to Disney?
No, they still do that.
They still do it.
It's not
They're,
even really
like,
debatable that
sponsored
Eli
by
Manning was
Disney.
carried by his defenses in his
No,
Super
When
Bowl.
Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl with the Broncos, I think it was against
Oh,
the
he was very
Seahawks.
carried. No offense.
not good.
Even though
No, I'm not talking about. I was gonna say
Playing the
that
Disney
at the
trip.
How many
end,
points did they have?
at
He's
the
like
end of the game,
100.
he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go drink some Budweiser." He said that twice. Like they're like, "How are you gonna celebrate?" I'm gonna
Budweiser.
drink Budweiser.
You know he's probably paid like $5 million to
Yeah,
say that. Like it
yeah.
was just a rigged interview. Like he's first like, I love my daughters, I love my God, and I love me some Budweiser. Like,
I think I'm gonna go home on my porch and drink some.
All right, everybody,
Budweiser.
it's time for Coach Wachtel to say his goodbyes. It's been fun.
Coach,
Thanks
can
for-
you give
Farewell.
us
Thanks for having me on the
God
show.
bless.
What is my parting word?
give us a
Yo, yo,
story
yo.
of you from your childhood? Just any random story that you think would
One time
entertain
I was
people.
asleep.
Tell us when he went bald.
One time I was asleep. I went bald like 4 years ago. I started going bald. No, I had hair back at. Oh, here's a good story. It's actually.
Hair's a good story.
Hair's not a good story. So one time when I was like maybe 6 or 7, I was sleeping in my bed like normal, and I like woke up in the middle of the night and my mom was standing over me and like crying. I was like, "What?" It turns out that I had fallen off my bed, hit my head on the corner of my dresser, and was bleeding all over the place, and I had no idea what was happening.
She thought you were dead.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, maybe. And then I woke up and I was like, "What?" Or I don't know what I said, but she was like, "What's happening?" And I was like, "I don't know. Ow, my head." And then she like, I was fine. She just like, bandaged it up and it was fine. Also, once I hit myself in the head with a baseball bat accidentally because my brother threw a basketball at me and I hit it and went boing and hit me in the head and I knocked myself out. I had a massive goose egg on my head. I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11 when I did that.
One time when I was
That's
little.
probably why I'm as dumb as I am. I'm just kidding.
That's my food.
That's
One
why
time when
you're
I was
just an
little at
English
church,
teacher.
they'd let the kids go outside into like where the parking lot is and the basketball hoop. And so this one kid gave me this like baseball bat. I remember, and my parents don't even know this story, but
Uh-oh.
this kid gave me this baseball bat. And so we're kind of like by some of these cars, and that window on the side where you look into to see cars behind you. I didn't know that was useful at the time. I just thought it was like there to look cool, so I hit it with the baseball bat and it shattered.
That was bad. All right, the bell rang to end
Yeah.
See You Lunch Show. I am out.
This
Thank you for having
episode
me,
is
everybody.
over. Freshfield podcast. Come
Thank
back
you.
next time.
We
Thank
ran
you
back
for
inside to the
joining
Chiefs
us.
Super Bowl 2020.
Colts are gonna win on Saturday.
Don't let